To the young people, I know a lot of us, we walk around and we have our own struggles and our own issues, and so many of us, Corey, we feel like we're kind of like overlooked and maybe not understood. Can you just elaborate a little bit on what it's like in this generation to be a 15, 16-year-old at this time right now in your lives?
Well, right now, I would say it's kind of hard for some of us because we don't have the support or we don't have the encouragement behind the adults sometimes. But I would think that this conference is going to encourage a lot of young people, it's going to inspire a lot of young people because in the past it has inspired me. So it's definitely going to help us out as a generation.
So the thing about Brother Corey, you guys, is this young man does it all. Okay, he's a track runner for Boyd High School, and I'm talking about he run those hurdles like he created them, real talk. But outside of school, man, he is an awesome leader, and he's on fire for God. He's one of the young adults and one of the youth that's over the dance ministry here there at Word of Hope Family Worship Center. He's also one of the leaders in the youth ministry, and so as a young person, is real. And this conference is not just for your youth, it's for the young adults, it's for the parents, it's for the grandparents. We want everyone to come out to this conference, and it's actually going to be next Friday and Saturday, April 22nd and 23rd. And at Youthquake, you're going to find young people from LaGrange High School. They have like the best choir that I've heard in years. They'll be out there Friday night ministering and giving God his true praise and what's due to him. We also have the Washington Marion speech and debate team. These group of young people are just magnificent. I've heard them a couple of times, and they're just awesome. And they want to give what God has blessed them with. They want to give it back to God during Youthquake. They want to actually take that opportunity to encourage other young people that, you know what, we can make it. We as young people are powerful, and we can take a stand for what's right. And so throughout that particular conference, I'll be preaching a sermon along the lines of dealing with the struggles that we're dealing with. I know right now our community is kind of dealing with some issues with some of the young people that we've lost over the last few weeks. And our prayers, our thoughts and prayers go out to those families of those that we have lost. But guess what? God is still in control. We're going to continue to press forward. It is not done in vain. God is going to get the glory out of it all. And then finally, on that Saturday at Youthquake, on the 23rd, we're going to have a rap session for the adults and also for the teens, because we're going to deal with topics such as failure is not an option and no more excuses and you did it to yourself. Things that we need to really take a look at ourselves, Corey, and understand that, you know what, if we make these decisions and if we continue to put God on the back burner, our lives are not going to be what we're expecting them to be. And last but not least, on that Saturday night will be the finale. It will be the concert, the Youthquake concert featuring the Walls Group. First time in Southwest Louisiana. They'll be here in full fashion. We're going to have an awesome time. Listen, everyone is calling the office, calling my cell phone, wanting to know is this thing free. You're hearing it from yourself, from myself, Pastor Charlie Williams. It's free. You don't have to pay a thing to get into the concert. You might want to get there early, though. The doors will open at 5 p.m. All seats will be available to you. We also have other groups or other artists such as Dwayne Terry and Group. We'll have Donnie Bolden from Abbeville. We'll have other artists coming in from different areas. Another one is Mrs. Stacy Austin. She'll be in the house on Saturday night as well. And so we're asking that you guys keep us in your prayers as we continue to do ministry. And it'll be located at Word of Hope Family Worship Center, 3975 East Prairie Lake Road, Lake Charles, Louisiana, a quarter-mile past Home Depot on the left. And so parents, before I leave and before I end this, I'd really like to make and let you guys know of something else that God has also blessed me and our staff to do. We have a mentoring program that God has really opened up. And we've been doing mentoring now for the last 5 or 6 years. And God has blessed us to participate and have partners such as Word of Hope Family Worship Center, such as the Calcasieu Parish School Board, such as some of the law enforcement agencies. And if you have a child, you have a young lady or a young man that you're having some issues with, you're struggling. It's not that they're bad, but maybe they need a little bit more insight on really what this world has to offer. Feel free to contact us. Youth Take a Stand Mentoring Program at 477-1936. And Corey is one of the young people that is, dealing with the mentoring program. He was a young person who, we never had any trouble with Corey, don't get me wrong, but he stepped in as a young person to be a leader, and he's part of the leadership team of YTAS. Give us a little insight on what Youth Take a Stand does for the community children and the community youth in our area.
When you take a stand, to me, is kingdom building. It allows youth and young adults to experience more of love and kindness. Basically, the things that God has put inside of the adults to mentor to the kids. The mentor program has helped me a lot, even though I wasn't actually like going down the bad road, but it helped me, even though seeing the leadership come from the adults and coming from Youth Pastor Charlie, it helped me as a leader to take upon the task that God is calling me to be.
Amen, amen. So listen, do me a favor, listeners. Take your time, drive slowly. I don't care if you're in your office. Just crank it up a little bit, and we're going to take a little time and listen to the Walls Group. KPPM 93.5.
Still live. Just to say it on air. Yeah, we're still live on Facebook.
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I'm a little nervous, but God is doing it. My boy Corey, he's a pro, he's a natural.
See, y'all did very well. You spoke well. Y'all both did good. I'm serious, God. That you could come back Saturday on the youth show with Thomas, and it starts at 5.
Okay.
I don't know what time he'll bring you on the air, but you can be there for like 4:45,
Okay.
and then you can talk about it again. Then you can add more to whatever you. But I find y'all did well. Y'all did very good.
So listen,
Yeah. So after that song come out, he's gonna bring you back in, and you're gonna
close it out.
and then close out. Say whatever you want to say. You can elaborate about the concert, some things again about what's going on, and then at the end, say KPPM.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So look, we're getting some one-on-one type of schooling on radio broadcasting, and it's coming all right. We're doing okay. To God be the glory. But I thank God for these opportunities. Young people, listen, stay encouraged. Young Youth Quick is going to be something phenomenal this year. I want you to begin to fast, man. Begin to pray. Begin to get yourself ready for what God is going to do in your lives. So look, we'll be back. Let's finish this up. Guess we got some more time. So listen, the biggest thing, guys, Satan is out to kill, steal, and destroy. He's out to take y'all out. All of us, adults, parents, grandparents. And we gotta fight. You know, we fight, we put these up. Let's fight in the spirit. Let's get on our knees. Let's read our word. Let's stop tearing each other down and build one another up. You're listening to KPPM 93.5. Once again, this is Youth Pastor Charlie and Mr.
Corey London.
So we're here, listen, and I'm having a good time here in the studio. I really want to reiterate that, listen, this concert will be like you've never heard it before. You know, you've been to concerts. Brother Corey, how many times have you heard the Walls Group?
I heard them multiple times. Like, I don't much remember how many times I heard them, but every time I did hear them, it was awesome. It was great. I can't explain it.
Let me revise the question. Not hear them. How many concerts have you went to? Personal concerts have you went to?
I'll say about 4 or 5.
So you chase them down. You go to Dallas. You go to Houston.
Yeah, I've been to those places to hear them.
See, you don't even have to go that far. They're going to be right here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Once again, at Word of Hope Family Worship Center, 3975 East Prairie Lake Road, Lake Charles, Louisiana. Listen, it's free. Once again, if you have any other information, you can contact the church office at 477-1943. And so listen, once again, I really would like to talk just briefly to these parents to encourage you that God has blessed you with some jewels. God has blessed you with some kids that He created. And, you know, I preached last Sunday, and one of the texts that I came from was Jeremiah chapter 1:5. And when it spoke about how God knew us before we came out of our mother's womb, understanding what God has given you and your children is a precious gift. We were His before we were you guys. You know, before I knew who my mother was, Jesus and God. They knew who I was. And so, yes, even though your kids might get into some trouble, it might hurt, cause you some hurt and pain, we're not going to give up on them. Youthquake is not giving up. Youth Take a Stand is not giving up. Word of Hope's not giving up. And for sure, the parents, we're going to continue to just give God the true praise that He deserves. Corey, before we leave, I'd like to really bring one more thing out. I forgot to mention that at Youthquake, there's this one specific person that we're going to take some time and honor. He's a law enforcement officer. His name is Corporal Mitchell Sawyer from the Lake Charles Police Department, and his K9 partner as well. About 3 or 4 months ago, I was out on the street with some youth. We were doing some fundraising, and this particular officer stopped out of the blue, y'all, and really encouraged about 20, it might have been about 15 or 20 teenagers. He really encouraged them. He blessed them with a fundraising gift. And not only that, but he took time to let us meet his K9 partner, his K9 dog, I should say. And these kids really their lives were changed. They were like, couldn't believe this man stopped out of all that he could have been doing to spend 5 or 6 minutes with them. So all of you that are in law enforcement, help us celebrate Corporal Mitchell Sawyer on Friday night, April 22nd at Word of Hope at the Youthquake Conference. We have something special in store for him and his family. We thank him for his service and him showing himself to be a leader in our community and serving this great community of Lake Charles, Louisiana. So listen, you've been listening to Youth Pastor Charlie and Corey London here at KPPM 93.5. And listen, as we leave, you guys, we want you to know that we love you, we care about you, and we're going to leave you with a quick prayer because I really believe that I'm trusting in God that He covered this community and covered these young people. Because we are all blessings to Him. We're all gifts that He had created. And so as you drive and as you're in your car, as you're at work, just say a prayer in your heart with us as we begin to pray. Lord, we thank You for this opportunity, God, to give You glory. It's all about You, God. It's not about me. It's not about us, God, but it's about You and who You are. And we thank You, God, for the young people that You have given us in this community. We thank You for the parents and the leaders and the mentors, God, and the social workers and the judges, God, and the officers, God, everyone that You've put in this place, God, to help change lives. We thank You for every last person. And we just pray that You cover us, cover our community, cover each family, God, in their loss and bereavement, God. We just pray, God, that as this weekend's funeral services go forth, God, that You would step in, God, and that You would comfort the families of those that have lost their lives, God. We just pray, God, that You would continue to show us that You're in control. And God, demonstrate Your power to us all, God. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Once again, Youth Pastor Charlie and Corey London, we're out. You're listening to KPPM 93.5.
Awesome.
All right.
Remarks?
Listen, that was amazing. Come here, Corey. Talk to the people. Listen, that was awesome. Hopefully, God is going to be pleased with what was done. And the young people are going to also have opportunity to really, really show out. And next Friday, got to be there.
Yeah. I just want to say, make sure y'all meet me there. If you see me, tell me, hey, speak to me. I'm going to be there, ripping and running probably. But I just want to see y'all. So come meet me as soon as y'all get there.
And look, check us out on Facebook, YTAS Mentoring. Look at our Youth Take a Stand Facebook page, Word of Hope Facebook page. Holla at your boy, Charlie Williams IV on Facebook. Pastor Charlie Williams on Instagram. Is going down next weekend. Love y'all.